Fellow 13-year-olds, it's time for some rootin' tootin' cowboy shooting with your good friend Ohm and his band of furious fisters. Or something like that. We are one research away from the Ultratech era. And then it's all gonna pop off. All of the cloning, all of the Ultratech bionics, and all of the quantum whatever the hell these things are. All we have to do is survive a raid from people with coil guns, antimatter rifles, tiny child cowboys, and whatever the hell this person is wearing on their head. They can't... Wow, these landmines are terrible. They don't do anything. These landmines are awful. I think we're going to go ahead and maybe say, don't build any more of those. It's all right, thank you. Oh! Did Corrupt just immediately get peppered? These guns are maybe a little bit stronger than I might have anticipated. Okay. This will be fine, though. This will be fine. Don't worry about it. Ohm, take Corrupt's place. You know what, Ohm? Kill them all. No, I actually... Kill them all, though. In your own time. Whatever's good for you. I'm not bothered. They've got coil guns anyway, so they're just going to shoot through the walls. What difference does it make if we go and walk right up to them? Yes. Oh, we're not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with us. I love the simultaneous jetpacking behind them. That's some good shit. Who needs a kill box anyway? Oh, it's so good. These drills with the jetpack. That's premium. Hey, club that child. Don't let him escape. Get him, Smelly. Unbelievable. Thank you, Arcadius. Much appreciated. Wow. Annihilation injury. Maybe the antimatter SMGs, like the burn rifles the commander used, can also bypass the armor. Because, that's a bit of a concern. Well, I've stabilized poor little Corrupt. Hang on. Did somebody... Strooper has proposed marriage to Ohm? In the middle of a fucking raid? Wow, I guess it really just took them all the way back to the tribal era, huh? Back in the day where they defend their clay houses by beating someone with a rock. Now before we complete our final research and head to the Ultratech era, we've got to get rid of these fists. As great as they've been, they're making the kill box a little bit pointless. And before we carry on with stopping fisting and starting drilling, we better have a funeral for poor Snowdog. Poor, sweet, horribly inbred Snowdog, like to a frightening degree. Wife, best friend, cousin, and cousin once removed of poor shotgun diplomacy. His mother was his grandaunt, and his father was his cousin. And you know what? Maybe it's better that we do bury you. This is probably a good time to mention I'm using the tamer version of the mod that allows them to marry a bit more openly. It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. Oh, look at that. Wait. Ohm promised struggle to Shigeru and asked him to join. Shigeru accepted. So that's really not okay. Say, Shigeru, how do you like to struggle? Oh, shit, he's 17. Ohm, you're going to prison for a long time. Your Honor, it was hey, your expressage, I swear. Gone into witness protection. He's now known as Gary Doodlesack, which I'm not sure is entirely okay in hindsight. If anyone has figured out why Smelly is wearing underwear on their head, feel free to let me know. I mean, that's not even headwear. I think that's just their skin. Maybe it's the years of inbreeding finally catching up with us. I'm not sure this is going to be better or worse than the last time we fought a shitload of insects. Oh my god. That's 27 mega spiders, 40 spellopedes, and 49 mega scarabs. It's actually not that bad at all. We did drop a little bit of colony wealth, by which I mean we dropped 500,000, and I can't help but notice we've springboarded right back up to 3 million. Yeah, that's not really going to help us out when Void turns up, is it? You know what? I'm going to let these two go on a nice romantic insect killing date. Yes! Get him! Oh! I didn't realize we'd given Stroopers a jetpack spine yet. Well, that's great news. These two have just never been happier. They are really in their element there. Up to their eyeballs in insect guts with the person they love. That's nice. That's really nice. Susumu! You're ruining the moment. Get out of here. Peace and tranquility. What a lovely day out. There were a lot of comments reminding me that we buried a whole bunch of mechanoids in a mass grave somewhere in the desert during the medieval era. But I'm 99% sure we've already crunched those mechanoids up. Yeah, see, this is just a pile of corpses. This is just a staggering amount of human corpses. Yep, that's definitely just human corpses. I think we've already processed those mechanoids. I do remember the mechanoid grave was about here, because this wall originally went across, right? And it was just south of our original compound. I think we are just gonna have to wait until we get to the spacer era. But once we've got the drills, that's it. I'm happy to move on to the next era. We've got 2 robots here churning out an infinite supply of adamantium. They've got everything they need there to make it. We could do with another machining table, though, to help speed up the actual production. Friendship ended with fisting. Drilling is my new best friend. And with a full set of adamantium drill spears, I think we're finally ready. Though I do feel like looking at things, maybe Stroopers could get a custom weapon as well. Either way, we'll take a look and see what we've got, but first, we'll move into Ultra Tech. Oh, is that it? Wait, don't walk away. Hey, there you go. Molecular analysis, persona bonding, got-to-all medicine, and pushing the limits. Oh, God. Stellar analyzer. Well, where the hell do we even begin? So, pushing the limits leads to all of the actually insane science never stops stuff. That's how we can use that cosmic catalyst fuel cell that we've had kicking around for the past however many hundreds of years. Advanced star steel production. Wow. Got-to-all medicine seems like a fairly good start. It seems like a pretty safe start, given that we've got surgery that literally depends on that. Persona bonding, though. We can make our own persona weapons. One for Ohm, one for Stroopers, one for Arcadius. I think I have to go got-to-all medicine because there are so many surgeries that specifically ask for only got-to-all medicine. And I mean, we have a pretty state-of-the-art lab, right? So it's only going to take a few seconds to crack out some of this research anyway. Okay. Advanced combat improving bionics. Here we go. Exoskeleton armor. 10% to everything, 80 health points. Energy link. Increases shield recharge rate. Whoa, for the first time I can actually use this. From the cybernetic organism and neural network mod, these are quite powerful upgrades. Pushing the limit, though. Unlock stellar analyzer. Whoa. Allowing for direct experimentation with low purity cosmic matter. Provides a 25% research speed bonus to nearby research benches as well. Enables researching. Okay, so you need that. That is essentially the multi-analyzer for a lot of this ultra technology. Let's go with that first then. That just makes sense. And I think we'll also remove the other research table. At this point, we're going to need so much more room for individual research boosting things. To be honest, no one's as good at as researching anyway. Beams a smile at Stroopers. Oh, that's nice. There we go. Right, so let's throw down one of these. What do we need to build it out of? 15 advanced components, 75 plasteel, 250 gold. It's actually not that expensive. Oh, it's also tiny. Well, might have been a mistake. And there we go. One stellar analyzer. 5,000 watts. Good lord. Got the Persona Forge again. Cybernetic warfare. Whoa. Does allow us to build some melee weapons out of that. Oh, no. We can go back to fisting. Oh, it increases mining yield, too. Laser swords, if you want to go for ultra-tech laser weapons. That would also unlock laser wrists and Tesla wrists. I feel like I want to go for the Persona Forge, see what we can actually build. We've got a lot of weapons in this mod pack that support custom personas outside of the regular Zeus Hammer, Monosword, Plasma Sword. So this could give us a lot of new options for melee weapons and make the past 4 hours making drills completely pointless. Good. Good. I assume we'll also need an AI Persona Core to build the... Oh my god. Hello. Repulsor technology would be quite interesting. Shield, we could put a shield generator at the kill box to cover this area. I think we'd have to put it in the middle here. But to cover the outside and force them to go into melee range. But that would need a lot of messing around to make sure that it's only covering us and not covering the enemy. I don't think that's worth. Let's not get too distracted. Let's throw down that Persona Forge, if I can find it. There it is. 20 advanced components, 30 regular components, 150 plasteel, and 100 uranium. Is that all? Are we gonna have to worry about this heat wave? You know, I think we actually will. Worry about it. That is, not die to it, preferably. Just go ahead and throw a couple of coolers on all of the workrooms here. I suppose it's not really something we've had to deal with before. The coolers that we've got there right now are a little bit redundant, I will admit. Oh god, there are so many different types of coolers. Fine. These will do. These are fine. It's okay. Nice. There it is. What can we actually... Oh my god. Whoa. There's so much stuff. Heavy mono sword. Plasma lance. Relic maul. Burst blade, Bond Napalm Blaster. Power fist, energy claws, chain swords. Wow, there is so much here. Bond laser swords too. Holy crap. I mean, look. They're probably not going to be the highest DPS. Probably nowhere near the stuffable weapons, for sure. But the fact that we can get permanent mood boosts or bloodlust bonuses or anything that you get from your regular Persona weapons could be really, really good. Relic Maul. How the hell do we get a Relic Maul, though? Let's take a look at our melee craftables and see what we're looking at here. Oh, man. Okay, Persona Chainswords are actually up there. Persona Energy Claws are really up there, huh? You know what? The Chainsword, though, 41.49 DPS. It's one of the highest DPS out of all the weapons we can craft, but it's also got 70 armor penetration. That's pretty massive. Someone also asked why I checked damage rather than DPS last time. Melee cooldown is, to be honest, more or less irrelevant when we get to the later points of the game because of the Barnix, etc. So, DPS is a bit misleading when you could just go for the damage instead. What are we looking at in terms of just pure armor penetration? Still Persona Monocles are up there. Shit, that's pretty impressive. Persona Chainswords. That'd be pretty good, though. They're stuffable, too. Wait, is that the wrong type of chainsword, though? That's a chainsword, but I don't think it's a chainsword. Man, this is gonna get confusing, isn't it? Yeah, that's a different chainsword. Okay, we can't even craft regular chainswords. Okay, fair enough. I also don't know how to make these things here bonding cores. Bonding. Okay, make them at the... Ah, there you are. 1 AI Persona Core and 10 Luciferium. This is cool, but I think we need more tech first before we can make half of these. These are all the, what are these weapons from? It's from, like, cyber... I think it's from one of the cyber technology mods, right? Yeah, cybernetic warfare and special weapons. Got it. Okay, so aim for that if we see it in the research menu, because that could be pretty massive. For now, though, I mean, I'm going to go with advanced star steel production. Secondary Cosmic Forge Mixer. Yeah, sure, that sounds pretty good. Now for my favorite game of guess what tab this stuff's all going to be put under. I also love that Derek launched ages ago, untamed, because we don't have anybody with good enough animals to handle a Mega Sloth, right? But even though he untamed, he just never left. And to be honest, I really don't blame you, Derek. Oh, that took a long time. Advanced Star Steel production is done. We have Heart Stimulator, Multi-Barrel Destruction, or Advanced Production Barnix. Are we always going to have this popping up? Because it's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse if we've got this infinite research taking up one of our slots. There you go. Problem solved. Artificial Inspiration, though. So we've never once been able to, neither in this mod pack or any other mod pack I've thrown it into, been able to use the Ancestral Forge because it is so rare that you get a crafting inspiration, and especially a crafting inspiration long enough to make one of these weapons. And though they're not stuffable or super powerful inherently, they all have secondary effects. So like this one is better at cutting through everything. One of them lights enemies on fire, kind of stuff like that. I would love just to build some for the museum. That'd be quite nice. What is a Stimulator BHC1? This unstable implant grants an ability to cast an unstable, powerful storm. Oh. Okay. This implant can have a minor side effect on the user's health, and the implant removal can be lethal. But we could also fire mind bullets. Alright, you convinced me. If we can't make fancy swords with the Ancestral Forge or the Persona Bomb Forge, well, just kill them from a distance. Not with a firearm, though. That'd be illegal. And at the minimum, right, we've got to give it to our bioweapon character, which will be Captain Cuba one day, whenever we get one single mechanoid raid. We're actually only ready to talk. What storyteller are we on? I feel like falling asleep on us or something. Oh, Randy Random. Well, that explains it. Well, Captain Cuba, I might have something for you. There it is. Stimulator BH1. We need to make it with 30 venomous toothworts, whatever those are. 25 funeral ivy. The preferred IV brand and 8 flux medicine. Okay. Funeral ivy, venomous toothwort, flux medicine. Let's see if I can remember that. So we need nightmare breer for the medicine, toothwort, and then over here some of the ivy. Very glad we built all this stuff. I've actually started expanding it out into the other empty buildings that we had because it's proven to be pretty damn useful. And I'm also going to suspend adamantium so that we can use the gilded plasteel on some greenhouses. I think I'm going to give them an extra few hours of recreation every day because I feel like we're not getting many relationships and we're especially not getting any new colonists in a hurry. And everybody moves so fast now, it's a bit irrelevant to have so many hours of work time every day. Particularly because the moods really aren't perfect either. I mean, Bounce isn't happy, Shotgun Diplomacy, Avion, Susumu. Oh, and immediately we've got a marriage. Oh, there you go. Strooper is an home. Did they not? Hey? Am I going mad, or did that not happen earlier during the kill box? Okay. Sure. Oh, maybe they declined it last time? I have no idea. Sometimes with playthroughs like this, it's better just not to question it and just accept that these things happen. On the subject of things happening. Oh! Arcadius the second chicken Epank Deimos. Takes me off guard every single time. Hearing loss. That's okay. We can make you some bionic ears. In fact, do you not already have bionic ears? No. Oh, well, shit. Here you go. We've got a whole stockpile of those just waiting to go. Hold on 1 second. Craft Ultratech neck implants which store a human's consciousness, effectively removing someone from their body. It's time to remember them. This one is pretty huge. And there it is. Human sleeves. But there's more to it than that. My god, it's all so clear now. As far as I recall, because he was a deserter from the Empire, the man we know as Arcadius is installed in this, the cortical stack. But we can take that out. Whoa. There it is. An Ultratech implant with the human consciousness stored on it. Can be implanted into an empty sleeve or a random body to bring back the person. That magic rock that fell out of Arcadius back in the primitive era when he died. That wasn't just a magic rock. The magic rock is Arcadius. I'm just couldn't remember. Because, you know, he was like shot in the head. Yeah, you remember. And there it is. Cortical stack containing the original Arcadius Deimos. But we don't have a body for him right now. We don't have anywhere to put him. We could sacrifice one of our people and put him in that body. Or we go real mad science with it. We can make all of the crazy overpowered bionics. We can make all of the non-intrusive upgrades to like the biological immortality. We could recondition and operate on the body to make it physically perfect. And we could just grow a whole new Arcadius. But I'll be honest, I've never used this mod before. I don't know how much of what I've just said is even possible in the first place. I don't know if you can operate on a sleeve, an empty, unprogrammed body, one without the stack, to even do half of those things. If that doesn't work, we could always mix the blood of, like, Ohm and Arcadius II. Make it as close to original Arcadius as possible, whilst also having some of that Vulcanian DNA to give him a bit of extra... Give him a bit of extra strength. Shit, I don't know. I don't know how this works. This is going to need a lot of experimentation with, what, like a dozen mods at this stage? Not to mention I've never used the base cloning mod that we have available this time. And I think we're going to have to build a whole new area to do all this experimentation in, because we quite simply just don't have room in the regular industry area. And this goes beyond industry. This is like full-on mad fucking science. So behind the main bedroom of House Arcadius, I think it's only fair that we build a state-of-the-art cloning facility. Big old antimatter composite blast door. Oh, Penny is pregnant? Wait, is that not Captain Cuba's lover? Hey, there you go. One dynasty saved. Because they didn't have any, they didn't have any descendants yet. Very literally brought that entire dynasty back from the dead. Once or twice or 3 times. One of the mods adds an ionizing tile that gives a pretty high cleanliness. So we're going to try and fill the room with that, but they take 10 villanite each. These are all the mechalite materials again. Then the villanite is like 60 gas per 30 villanites. It's pretty damn expensive. I've set up some gas mining operations elsewhere. Really? Did you seriously just run all the way up there to get a single bit of steel to then... What is fucking wrong with you? Just use that one. Oh, because... Okay, brilliant. Rimworld at its finest. Anyway, we've got a bunch of these mining operations where we have an IO port in and an IO port out giving steel. That way they could just sit there, take the steel, use it at the drill hole, and drop it off without having to move. Hey, there we go. Man, look at the blast doors. No one's interfering with original Arcadius. Or I guess... original Arcadius remastered? Oh, there you go. He's changed his mind. Penny will change her last name to Vivin Gravy Plasma. Brilliant. Just occurred to me, is that kid going to be called something Cuba Vivin Gravy Plasma? Wow, what a mess. I have never been happier to see an insane amount of mechanoids. I don't even recognize half of these. Beta humanoids. Oh, we have seen these before briefly in another series. What is that from? Polaris block, gamma wolf droids, clockwork beetles. This couldn't have come at a more perfect time. It might be a good idea to not destroy the assemblers. Let them assemble the mechanoids so that we can kill them and take them apart. You goddamn traitor. Suppose I'll let Ohm out then. Given that we fought medieval era Viking factions with 500% armor values, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think mechanoids are a concern at all. Not even remotely. Extremely big dick energy. We're just gonna walk him right in, and we're just gonna have him kill them all. Holy shit, that's a lot of reinforcements. Holy crap. I think he'll be fine, but I will keep a close eye on him. They haven't got any, like, okay, so we've got a Lancer that could be a problem. Other than that, though, I think we're probably going to be okay. Where are you taking that? Hauling plasteel to stockpile zone 5. They're bringing us gifts. What the hell is that? Beta 2 heavy armor humanoid. Oh. I'm fairly certain that the clockwork beetles are mechanoids you craft yourself to act as, like, hauling bots, things like that with the steampunk mod. I don't think they're supposed to drop down in mech clusters and bring you gifts, though. Well, somewhere in the middle there is Ohm, and I think he's doing absolutely fine. Certainly looks like it. Oh my god, what the hell was that his impact hammer again? Brigadier Lebowski, you're not supposed to be here. You're only 13. 13. But you know what? You can still dismantle centipedes. Oh my god, everyone else is turning up now that there are mechanoid corpses to dismantle. That's alright. I didn't really want to destroy the assemblers, but I mean, the explosion dealt with that for me. We've got 11 mechanoid components. Now, somebody said that they built the drone unit from vanilla expanded mechanoids, and the drones that produces, the drones that help you out around your colony, the haulers, the cleaners, whatever, you can kill those and dismantle those. I mean, I suppose it is a little bit of an exploit, but if that's all that's standing between us and Arcadius Remastered, I mean, how can I not? Now, let me just double check we're not shredding mechanoids. No, look, there we are, making nanomechanites. Toy Boy Roy is already on it. Beating me to it. And I assume the nanomechanites don't need refrigerating or anything like that. Might as well double check. Oh, well, they do. Okay, well, thank God I checked that. I've been a big fan of the various different migratory polar bears this series. That's been a real highlight. Now, I think we use Captain Cuba as the testbed for the more intrusive bionics, the less elegant ones, the big arms, the giant bone sabers, the horrific mutations. And then the more civilized ones we'll give to Arcadius Remastered. Externally, I think he should look as humanoid as possible, as normal and as unassuming as he possibly could. But then on the inside, I want him to just be the most powerful thing we've ever had. There you go. To celebrate the Arcadius lab, for lack of a better word, Penny has given birth to, oh my god, Henriette Cuba Vivin Gravy Plasma. Look at that fucking name tag. I've renamed her to Little Baby Crow because we've already got one Cuba Vivin Gravy Plasma too many as far as I'm concerned. I can't help but notice, well, first I can't see her. I can't help but notice she looks fairly, rotten. Much like Captain Cuba Vivin Gravy Plasma as well. Too young for work. Adaptive eyes. Oh, she's avian. Oh, weird. Vengeful. Crow is fueled by spite. Wow. Aren't most babies elated by the news that their rival's life ending, though? Okay, there it is. I suppose the first step is to throw some actual lights into here, 'cause it's a little bit dark. And to be honest, I've absolutely no idea what to throw in here first. I guess the most important thing is the sleeve incubator. Oh, it's off-center. I can't believe you've done this. One sleeve incubator. Oh, apparently it takes fuel. I have no idea what we fueled it with, but we've definitely fueled it with something. Create sleeve. So that is a blank body. Oh, look at that. Hey, that's quite cool. Sleeve quality standard. How do I make it? So it takes longer to grow them. Oh, I mean, of course we're going to go higher on that. Required biomass, so I guess you just fill it with any meats. Are we going to grow Arcadius out of mushrooms? Is that what you're telling me? What did original Arcadius look like? Oh, I can't change his face shape. That's okay. We can do that with plastic surgery after he's grown. But that was definitely the right hairstyle for him. Oh, and there he is. Tiny little Arcadius Remastered. There is an option to insert a brain template, but I want to wait for it to be grown first so that we could do some surgery on it. Be that crazy bionics or just change the shape of his face so it's a bit more canon. I'm going to assume we need a sleeve casket, and actually we could go as far to make 2 Arcadiuses so that we don't get a repeat of this happening again. It would make sense if we made one for Ohm and Stroopers as well in secret. I don't want the rest of the colony to find out, otherwise everybody will want to sleeve. So we're going to build 4 sleeve caskets. That way we can have Ohm, Strupriz, Arcadius, and then 1 backup for whoever that happens to be. Let's be honest, probably a second Ohm. Then we'll build a reconditioning pod that allows us to essentially reprogram problem colonists. And then we'll also build a Zombrella as well for changing physical appearance. And I guess somewhere to do surgery would be pretty good too. We'll go with the regular old hospital bed made of the phasarium just so that we've got compatibility with the most other objects. I guess that's pretty much all we'll need for the time being. We could go for something, say, like an exclusive bionics lab, or maybe even his own organ growing workbench. But I think it'll be so far away from the storage that it would just be a massive pain in the ass, really. So while we wait for Arcadius Remastered to grow, let's see what we can do with Captain Cuba. See, I'm thinking things like Plague Legions. Those are pretty good to test out in Captain Cuba, but I don't want to give that to Arcadius Remastered. That seems like a pretty cruel thing to do to him. I've gone through the entire list of biological upgrades, and I've picked, you know, like 1 or 2, or like 30 of them. So these are all for Captain Cuba. These are the less glamorous ones. Some of these we will also install into Arcadius proper. We need someone to test it on. I don't know which of these organs are compatible with other organs, which organs take up the same slot. So we've got Plague Legions, Butcher's Nails, 2 extra dexterous arms, and 2 grasping legs. High pressure pincer, which I assume goes on the jaw, but I have no idea. Wings, tentacles, muscular braces, a tail, an extra heart, or an upgrade to a heart. I think we've also got an extra heart too somewhere. 2 fancy lungs, 2 fancy kidneys, a fancy stomach, a fancy liver, a fancy spine, 2 weird eyes, a nose. Oh, well, I suppose we don't really need 2 different types of noses. We'll go for this one. 2 ears, 2 distendable jaws. I meant to queue up 1, funnily enough. There's the auxiliary heart. And then there's a bunch of different glands, and I'm not sure which one of these are actually compatible. Combat serum, hormone regulator, lymphatic proliferators, a bunch of shielding and kind of stone skin style glands, and then a fancy ribcage and radiation suppressor. Poor Captain Cuba, I'm so sorry. You're going to regret being resurrected, my friend. Mushrooms and mechanoids, a Captain Cuba story. This poor guy. Just nails has rotted away in storage. Oh my god, they've got to be refrigerated? Ah. Well, that's something I didn't expect, I'll be honest. For the time being, I'm just going to make the hospital sub-zero. Oh god, be fast, little Ohm. Well, that was cutting it a bit close, but I think we should be okay. Well, I copied all the bills over so that we could make them faster, but we're already out of materials, so, yeah, that's the end of that. Dream's over. Let's test to see if the theory of the auto-haulers, auto-cleaners also dropping mechanoid components. It would also be kind of useful to have some auto-haulers as well. I'm so sorry, little one. Well, this feels incredibly cruel. Ah. Hey, there you go. Fantastic. It's not the most optimal way of getting it, but sure. But to rebuild them, we do need mechanoid components. So we have a way to turn mechanoid components into mechanites, but that is still the limiting factor. That's okay, though. It's just a nice little extra bonus from the raids. We might as well upgrade the guy as soon as possible. We do have to be a little bit careful here, though, because we are installing Butcher's Nails in the guy, which will make him occasionally go berserk. And I worry, especially for Arcadius Remastered, it's probably better not to give him those, because if they go out of control and we've made them some of the most powerful colonists around, that's going to be quite difficult to control them. I don't really want to spend 20, 30 days growing a body only to have kill it dead. Okay, there we go. All done. So to recap, the guy has a compression jaw, 2 advanced bionic ears, an exoskeleton suit, a jump pack spine, a compression stomach, plague lesions in his sternum, which apparently stop him getting Purgle's rot, whatever Purgle's rot is. Thank you, grandfather. We've got 2 extra arms in his right lower and left lower shoulders, and then 2 monkey legs to really bring this whole thing together. And they've actually made a couple more since we started the surgery in the first place. So it turns out the pincer is an arm replacement. I'm going to go ahead and destroy that, I think. We're never going to use it. Well, I don't want anyone else getting this fucking cursed technology. There's your fancy heart and your fancy eye as well. What do these do? Shooting accuracy. Well, that's a bit pointless. And then the tri-woven primary heart. Total bleed factor 70%. Now, sure, Captain Cuba we're going to upgrade with only the biological weaponry, right? But in this case, the multi-spectrum eye wouldn't be worth giving to Arcadius Remastered because it only gives shooting accuracy, at which point a bionic would be way more appropriate. I'm so sorry. I don't think there's a single other colonist that's been through as much torture as poor Captain Cuba right now. Like, except for maybe Jilp, I guess. And hey, perfect timing, advanced combat improving bionics. It'd be quite nice to crack out a whole bunch, at least of the cybernetic organism and neural network mods, because those are really good. If we can crack those out before Arcadius Remastered is born, so that we can have them prepared to install, that'd be pretty high tier. But the game has been very generous to us today. It's been very soft on us. We had, what, like, enemy raid and insect hive chunks. That was it for the whole of today. Wow, that's quite surprising. Before we wrap things up, someone asked me yesterday to take a look at the time that's passed in-game and also the time that's passed in the save, just to get an idea for kind of how far we've really come as a colony. So in terms of actual game time for the save itself, 4 days, 13 hours, 24 minutes. So quite a long time, like a staggering amount of time. And then in terms of in-game time that's passed, 838 days. Bear in mind, a year in Rimworld is 60 days. Not actually that long overall, but you've got to bear in mind we are playing at 18 times speed, at least for the human members, right, for the colony. So, oh god, 838 times 18. Shit, I might just put it up on screen. 830 times 18 is 14,940, and then you've got 8 times 18, which is minus 36, 144. So what, 14,000, 15,084? I don't know, I'll put it up on screen. I can't work that out off the top of my head. So quite a long time. And then you divide that by 60 and it's something. It's got to be like 300 years. Something like that anyway. So we've been playing a very, very long time relative to your regular Rimworld playthrough, huh? And there's still a really long way to go. We still have a huge amount more left to see. Not to mention that the Archotech researches are unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. They will take so long. And hey, there we go. Advanced combat improving bionics. So tomorrow, Project Arcadius Remastered continues. And let's see if we can do him proud. I mean, it's his brain template. It'll just be him. It'll just be Arcadius. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the adventures of Ohm. I like them. I've got a soft spot for the mad science in Rimworld. We've done it in quite a few series now, but there are so many mods that add extra bionics and body parts and cloning and weird shit like that. Such a massive part inherent to Rimworld itself, not to mention base game Rimworld has Luciferium and Mechanites and Nanomachine Sun and everything else. It's always been one of my favorite things to do, and this series has an abundance of high-end mods, so it's kind of to be expected, really. But we won't take too long as a divergence of regular Rimworld. Thank you in the meantime to the executive producer patrons for making this episode possible in the first place. A thank you to JT, Lion666, Altari, Holy Reapers, Slow King 1710, Coolio McCoolcool, Dan, Hodzu Wadzu, Spidey Clone, Voodoo Mumbo, Thickcrack62, Viazine, Armac1955, Blind Gun, and Hoofenspiel for their support the executive producer tiers over on Patreon. Thank you guys for making this series possible, and thank you for helping bring back the return of Arcadius Remastered. Thank you as well to Mad Bowler Hat, Amanda, Corrupt Racer, JC Sly 91, Astro, Lunatic, Muskratful, Seppi141, Randoman 9989, Fatigable, Ractanian, Blackman00, and Gavin.